So we went for a hike with my parents-in-law in the Shenandoah National Park, and we got in. It was a kind of a cold day. It rained a little bit actually, and we're like, no one really wanted to get out. It was just like above freezing, and no one really wanted to get out. And so we started walking. My father-in-law looks up and points to the top of the mountain and goes, "We're gonna go there." I'm like, I don't think so. It's too far. It's too cold and it's too steep. I was like whining, basically. So he didn't say anything, and we kept on walking, and we're just walking and walking and walking, and all of a sudden I look up and we're at the top of this mountaintop. I couldn't believe it. I kind of forgot about it and just kind of put one step in front of the other, and before I knew it, I'm up at this mountaintop. It's the same thing here. You can't show a success in 30 days, okay? You can't be financially free in 30 days. I wish I had a formula for that. Holy moly, but I can't have that, right? So sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves. We're like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for 3 months. I don't have a deal yet. Yeah, okay, but you've only been doing this for 3 months. Even conversations with people that have been doing these activities for 12 months. I don't have a deal yet. It's not going to work for me. The system doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It's broken. I'm going to give up. Why? Why are you giving up? Because you're emotionally attached to a result in a certain time frame. Don't do that. Don't commit to the outcome in a certain time frame. No, commit to the activity. Because if you do that long enough, are you guys listening to this? If you do an activity long enough, the outcome will be inevitable. Now, it may not be on your timeline, okay? You've got whatever timeline in your head. You're emotionally attached to a timeline. Forget the timeline, okay? You commit to doing that for as long as it takes, no matter what. And it could take you 6 months. It could take you 18 months. Who cares at the end of the day? You're committed to the outcome of doing your first deal. People ask me, oh gosh, Michael, if you've worked with so many people, what is the secret to success? What is the secret to real estate investing success? What is the secret to doing my first deal? What is the secret to achieving financial freedom? It's really just one thing, and that is committing to the activity. It's so simple, and I've studied this to great length. I've talked to people who have no money whatsoever. I've talked to people who have millions of dollars. I've talked to people who have flipped 100 houses. I've talked to people who have never done a single real estate deal. I've talked to young people. I've talked to old people. I've talked to white people, black people, green people, okay? And they're all different. They're all different, but none of those things matter. There's no thread of any of those things that matter at all in their success, but the one thing that does. And it's this. It's their commitment to the activity. And I talk about this quite a bit, where I talk only about doing, not taking massive action, but taking tiny action. First of all, massive action, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, is that the dumbest thing? Who in the world takes massive action? Like, no one, right? I mean, it's overwhelming. Maybe Grant Cardone takes the massive action. I don't know. 10% of the population takes massive action. For the rest of us, the way we get to a success is by taking tiny action. And that is by doing little things every single day that over time add up to significant change. Okay, so I was talking about doing the next 3 things. If I were to plot all the steps required to do your first deal, I don't know what it is. It's 128 steps. I don't know. I'm making out a large number. If I were to put all these things together, Michael, show me the detailed roadmap of everything that needs to happen to do my first deal so I can do them. And I were to do that, you'll look at the list and you're like, you know what? That's too much. It's for the birds. I'm not even getting started because the list is so long. Not even the list of writing a book, for goodness sakes. Oh my gosh. At one point, because I studied this when I wrote my book two and a half years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. I would never get started. You don't need to know the entirety of what's involved. No, you just need to know the next thing. And in our world, the next 3 things. That's the only thing you ever need to know is the next 3 things. So commit to the activity, not to the outcome. And people who are successful, that's exactly what they do. They commit to the activity. They commit to analyzing deals. They commit to talking to investors they just commit to the activity. And what happens, of course, inevitably, is they do end up getting their first deal and they do end up raising money. Big surprise. But they're just putting one foot in front of the other. So, in fact, if you're one of our mentoring students, then we talk about this a lot. And if we feel like you're starting to plot too far ahead, we kind of nix that right away. No, don't plot ahead. Don't think about what you're going to do in due diligence right now. It's not important, okay? You need to analyze deals. Analyze deals, and make offers, and offers. That's what you need. Don't worry about that right now. We'll take care of that later. Okay, so committing to the activity is absolutely key. And I want to go and share with you exactly how to create affirmations specifically for real estate investing success that will allow you to stay on track all year long and crush your goals. So if you want to download that for yourself, you can go to themichaelblank.com/affirmation. And just download it. And one fun way you can use it is a wallpaper, maybe on your device. There's going to be basically an infographic image. We'll also put the text on here. You can print it out and just put it wherever. And I would suggest that you look at least once a day, maybe during your miracle morning routine or before you go to bed, and you read that thing out loud and you start believing it. You start believing that you can do all these things. And we make it easy for you because you don't have to put stress on yourself about the outcome that you desire, but simply commit to the activity that you can do. Can you analyze one deal per week? Right? Can you do that? Well, commit to that. Can you have one conversation with an investor per week? Yes, you can. Well, then do that. Commit to that. And if you do that, then the outcome will become inevitable. Then the first deal will become inevitable. You being able to raise money will become inevitable, and your financial freedom will become inevitable. So I wish you all the best in your affirmation building process in 2021 and on your journey to financial freedom. Want to hear the full podcast? Then just point to your favorite podcast app and search for Apartment Building Investing, and you'll find me.